Hello everyone and welcome back to West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint, the only West Ham United post-match fallout show on the internet. It's West Ham 1, Burnley 0. We've been going through loads of things on the show. We've been going through some transfer rumours, a summer clear out, Hammer of the Year, loads of stuff. I've got another competition at the end of it, and so let's get stuck into it. Is there much to talk about today? It was West Ham 1, Burnley 0. Gray, you've just turned up. Yeah. What did you think about the game today?
It was entertaining if you're a neutral, I think, but disappointing from our point of view that we didn't kill off the team. I mean, we had the extra man advantage. You know, I thought at times in that game we was hanging on a little bit against 10 men. It's just a bit disappointing, you know.
Right. Right. 1-0 is 1-0 enough?
Well, I was happy with 3 points. We need 3 points. I mean, it
the win was the most important.
To be honest, I mean, it could have been 3 or 4, couldn't it? Just poor finishing, or their goalkeeper pulled off a few good saves.
Yeah.
So their tweets coming
Adrian had to pull off a few himself.
Yeah, I mean, their goalkeeper pulled off a world-class save, didn't he?
That was quality.
Obviously Noble tucked the penalty away, great penalty. I think we deserved the win. No doubt. I think Burnley were really poor today.
All right, we won from a penalty. Was that the first penalty we've had all year, Scott?
Yeah, I think that's the first one since the Tottenham game.
Yeah, I think so.
That was.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Tottenham and that one.
I was just thinking it was Tottenham this season.
Yeah,
first game, wasn't it?
Yeah. So he tucked it away nicely. Did the geezer deserve the red card? I didn't see who went off, but did he deserve a red card?
Yeah.
Jeez, I didn't think he did. I didn't think that was a red card.
I didn't think he did either.
Look, the next touch that Kyoto takes is putting the ball in the back of the net. He's failed him. His goal scoring opportunity, he's got to walk.
Yeah, it was a last man as well, so yeah, it was a red card.
Yeah.
I know the goalkeeper's there, the other players are around him, but it was 6 yards out, if that, and he's tripped him. You can't. He's denied a goal scoring opportunity, so he's got to walk.
So letter of the law.
Yeah.
But do you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah,
We could have gone either way. I've seen people making it book for that.
Yeah, you can say that the defenders around him may have got there, but it wasn't. It was a goal, and for me, it was against run of play. Yeah. I think they were on top. I think we're lucky that they went down to 10 men.
No, I don't think we was. No, I don't think we was.
I thought it was pretty even up to that point.
Yeah,
I thought they were on top.
I thought, bearing in mind they're fighting for their lives, that's more or less relegated them now, isn't it? They're still bottom, are they?
I can't see it.
I don't think they performed like a relegation team. They weren't fighting for it, was they? It's just, I think they were really poor, Burnley, today.
They were tidy in spells. They played some tidy stuff.
They work hard. The thing is, they're down there because they haven't got no quality.
Yeah, I think the only one they've got Ings. I think he showed a bit of quality today. He was alright. Then
he went through one-on-one with Adrian. He had 2 players in the middle. He could have squared it to. He tries to shoot at the near post, and he was never going to score.
Yeah, but that's just a striker without any confidence at the moment. You know what I mean? Yeah. He hasn't scored for a long time. All of Burnley are putting pressure on him. He's got to get the goals.
But then he's sitting there saying to the other players they should have spoke to him. They should have called it, but he should have got his head up and played the ball. But that's Burnley. At the end of the day, he missed it. That's the main thing. We won. But it's, to me, we still ain't playing well.
What's the positives and negatives you could say out of today's game? Was the goal scoring opportunities a positive, and the lack of finishing the negative?
Yeah. No, the main positive is a clean sheet.
Well, I was just about to say, I think the main positive I see from today's game, it's the first time I've ever seen him play, was Reece Burke.
Good player.
I mean, 2 games, 2 clean sheets. He looks so comfortable on the ball. He's only 18.
I think
he reminds me of Rio when he first come through.
Yeah. He's pretty comfortable on the ball. There was a couple of times when he sort of punted it to play, but he didn't look uncomfortable, did he? He didn't look uncomfortable in the side. I see. I could see Ginge walking him through a lot.
Yeah. He was from where I was sitting. You could hear Ginger talking to him.
Yeah.
Quite a bit, which is only going to help him. But for me, we need to get rid of Allardyce for that boy to develop, because every time he's got the ball, he's looking to pump it long.
I think that was a lot of it today was going long.
Yeah, and we're going long to nobody. It's played a ball back to Adrian.
It's because we've got no one up there though.
Yeah, but why are we not adapting and playing to the strengths of the players we got? Why are we still resorting to humping it long?
Again, right, I say this every week, there wasn't enough width again.
See, I think we got wide enough.
No, I don't think we did. I
think Downing and Jenkinson were playing.
There was no width on the left.
Weren't they?
Well, a couple of times we did get one, put a few dangerous spots. I mean, the early one in the first half on Cresswell.
Does anyone else get annoyed, right, with this, a left footer on the right side and a right footer on the left side?
No, because I think it's good because they can cut in and have a shot. You know, I think that's why players do it now. I know you're saying you want to be in the old days where a left footer plays on the left, right footer plays on the right.
Yeah, but it's the amount of times Downing gets down the wing.
Yeah.
And then has to cut back. And again, it slows up.
But he's
the play.
looking for that.
And when you want that quick ball into the area, when Jenkinson goes forward and puts the ball into the area,
that's why dangerous. I think he has Downing there, because Jenkinson's there to, when Downing can't cut in, Jenkinson's overlapping him and he can whip him.
See, I think, right, the substitutions again today, I think, you know, Nene come on, look, he proved that he ain't just a myth.
No. Well,
it does exist.
He was running around chasing everything. I was thinking to myself, is he on a pay-as-you-touch contract? Because he wanted to touch it all the time. He was chasing everything.
Yeah, brilliant. I thought he was really good when he came on.
I thought he played well when he came on.
Yeah, he did.
I think he's got to start him next week. I think he's got to start him.
Even if he gives him an half.
It's funny how it's coming to the end of the season and Big Sam wants a new contract and now he's chucking youngsters in. Morgan Amalfitano starts down and then he's been given a chance.
Yeah. So I thought Amalfitano played all right.
Yeah, he did. And I'll tell you what, we ain't mentioned.
A bit casual.
Yeah, I know what you mean with his passes.
Yeah.
A couple of times his passes were a bit like...
I think he didn't look like, you know, there wasn't enough effort into the passing. Yeah. You know, he just looked like he was stroking it about like... Not that you couldn't be arsed.
We ain't mentioned it yet, but I think Nolan had a blinding game today.
I was going to mention Nolan watching a minute, yeah.
No, Scott, you got to give it to him because if not, I'm going to glass you. He played really well today.
He chased everything down. He was available for the ball.
Won a few.
He could have scored.
He set up a beautiful little flick on.
Yeah.
When Amalfitano should have buried
it. One at the front post where he nearly scored. He did play well. Come on, Scott, give him some credit.
Come on, do it.
He played
do it.
Right.
No, he played well.
I don't think he played well.
No, Scott.
I think he played all right. I still think we're carrying.
Can't wait till we get to the summer clear up.
I thought he played well. I'm going to give him credit where credit's due. The geezer, let's be fair, right? I don't want to go into it too much because every week's a fucking Kevin Nolan show, you know what I mean? But the geezer, for all his faults, he fucking tries. He puts a shift in every single fucking week. He can't do it now.
I bet you laughed when he fell over, didn't you?
So funny.
No, but the thing is, where I was sitting, right, every time, I thought he had a good game. He set up some lovely chances. He had a couple of chances. I had my fingers crossed for him to score. Put one in. You know what I mean? Shut everyone up, because every time, you know, all the good that he done, was met, you know, round me with silence, and then as soon as he done something wrong, like when he fell over, it was like, fucking get a life, Nolan. And I think to myself, I felt like saying to the geezer next to me, why don't you shut the fuck up?
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. He gets a lot of undue criticism when he does do stuff well and when he does do the right things. No one praises him. Everyone's looking for the fault.
I still think
it was funny when he fell over. That's why I laughed.
Get on his case, though. That's the thing.
The thing is, for me, the bad thing is, as much as whether you like him or hate him, he's one of our players, he's the club captain, and the loudest cheer of the day, apart from when we scored, was when the number went up that he was coming off. And that's not right.
This is what I don't understand. I mean, they play for our club, they wear our shirts, right? The way people go on at them and boo them, you know what I mean? I can't say if they have a bad game, people got rights to say, but it's every single week. And like you said, even when he does good stuff.
Yeah, that's it. There's no, everyone's so turned against him now.
Because you know why? Because he's an easy target. Because everyone links him to Big Sam. People don't like Big Sam. They get pick on Nolan.
Look, as much as I ain't a Nolan lover, right? The geezer's the captain. He does put his heart into it. He's always there. He's always shouting. He's always talking. He talks people through the game. Yeah. Player gets kicked, first person there's him.
And the thing is with Nolan, if there's a scrap, he's the first one in there.
There was a couple of times today when they went into us feet high, you know what I mean? You know, caught late. They never got bookings. We got bookings for nothing. We'll talk about the Downing thing in a minute, but you know, he was the one there first.
That tackle on Kyoto.
Yeah, it's filth.
Yeah.
And I thought the one on Ginger was worse. I thought that was
Nolan was fronting Daesh.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
that's what I said. You know, I don't agree. I ain't a Nolan lover, but as I said, I blame Sam as much as anything else because he plays him.
All right, let's move on because we can spend all day talking about Kevin Nolan, can't we? Downing got a booking for simulation, as the rule book says.
I was sitting right in front of it, and that was a penalty. 100% penalty. How the ref give him it? Even the linesman.
Yeah, didn't flag, did he?
You know what I mean?
I'm down the other end of the ground, right? Downing's past the player. That next touch is putting the ball in the box.
Yeah.
Why is he going to dive?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you... Because I watched it on... like, obviously, you was at the game. I was watching it on the stream. If you watched the replay, it was very similar. Someone Rooney got against Preston in the Cup.
Yeah.
Very similar to that.
I don't know about that.
Very similar to that.
Don't know about that.
Where was he?
Don't watch.
No, don't watch
Man
me.
United, Preston.
No, but you know, it was all in the paper.
No, I know.
Thanks for coming.
You know, like
taxi van.
no, you know, there's all the thing about him diving and all that.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
It was very similar to that.
He would
but
never have
obviously,
gone down in that
because
situation.
it's West Ham, we
Never.
don't get the penalty. And
Yeah.
That again, they've been calling for the last couple of weeks about players, ex-players becoming referees to take the pressure off. And is that a situation where an ex-player would have said, "Yeah, that's a penalty because he's"?
Do you know how I knew that he never dived? By his reaction.
Yeah,
because he was so angry.
Yeah.
He was going for the ref.
Yeah.
It was only that
Someone
Kevin Nolan
held him back.
held him back, and a few others. He was going for the ref. He could have got a red card.
Yeah.
He was so angry. Even the
Lino
linesman.
as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Went over to
They-
Lino as well.
I was at the other end of the pitch, other end of the ground, and it looked like a penalty. To me, there was no difference between that and then the tackle on Chiati. You know, it was there. It was a challenge for the ball, but he caught the player. So it's,
Yeah.
you know, I think the ref bottled it.
Well, the Kyoto one didn't even get a free kick.
No, because it was throwing.
Yeah. So
Exactly. I thought the ref bottled it. Mate, he didn't want. He gave us one penalty. He didn't want to give us another one.
yeah.
Felt sorry for Burnley because he sent their player off.
All right, well, we did win.
That bloody time.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't see where the next points were coming from. I thought they was going to come and scrap for it. I was saying to everyone before the game we was going to lose.
That's what I was saying. They wasn't playing like a team in a battle.
No, it didn't seem like this.
They seemed like they was a
mid-table with us and
yeah.
They didn't play like how we played when we were down there. The fight, you know, trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
They look like they're gone.
What was that last season when we was
It's
fighting
funny
for it?
because
Well, the other
When Nolan dragged us through.
the other seasons, all the seasons we've been fighting for it. But no, I think Burnley are gone.
it's funny
Yeah,
because
I do as well.
That's 7 points.
about a third way through the season, they looked like the ones that was going to they had a bad start, a really bad start, and then all of a sudden they started picking up results. They looked like the ones that was going to scrap their way out of it.
Yeah.
Leicester won 3-0. Sunderland won, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Sunderland won. They're all dragging out of it. Villa won.
The thing is,
Newcastle
you
could be
look
down
at that, yeah. You look at that, and then look at us, Christmas. You know, as I said, when you look at that running we had of our last 8 or 9 games, the position we were in at Christmas, you're looking at them games and thinking, hold on a minute, we can qualify for Europe here. You know what, Man City, 2 big sides in the last 8 or 9 games. That's a running you want, and look where we are. You know,
I think this sooner this season's over now, the better.
Yeah, I think it's dragging. It's sort of like everyone's just fed up with it. I think.
I think we was spoiled at the beginning of the season, like we say every week. We was punching
of course
above our
it was,
weight,
of course it was.
you know, and it's disappointing where we are now.
We're about where we should be, I think.
Yeah, no, I personally think we are a top 8 club with the squad we've got now, but we ain't been getting the results.
Please, if we, as we said before, if we finish where we are now, you would have took that at the start.
Oh yeah, of course you would have, especially after last season.
Yeah.
At least we pushed up back into the top half.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on because we've spent far too long talking about that shit game. Let's go into transfer rumours. I've heard again. It's been circulating for a couple of weeks, but it's really come to light this week about Johnson. Obviously leaving Liverpool. It looks like we might be going in for him. Is that
The thing is, if we do get Glenn Johnson, I want him as backup for Jenkinson. I don't want us not to sign Jenkinson and bring him in because
He's too injury prone.
yeah, and he's sort of past it a bit, isn't he?
But he's going to be big money.
I'd rather spend the money on someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jenkinson.
A younger.
Yeah.
Like I said, if he come in on a free transfer as backup for Jenkinson, then yeah, it's
I think, like I said, that is a good thing. Bringing him in, experienced defender, played at every level really.
Defender. I've
Champions
never
League.
seen the fucker defend.
You know what I mean? But I'd rather get Jenkinson, and it's like I said, if we get him on a but I don't want to get him on a backup and pay him 60
He's got to
grand
be.
a week.
He's got to be 20-25 grand a week maximum if he's going to come.
Well, you know he ain't going to get that. That's youth team wages now.
Exactly. Yeah,
He's going to be on about 60 grand a week.
And I don't think he's a guaranteed starter.
But then we don't want to be like the old West Ham, like when we're buying players who are over it on 80 grand a week or whatever.
Sorry. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
But yeah, that's that's it. You don't, like you said. I think you got to look at the mistake QPR made with they signed Ferdinand. You know, I wouldn't have wanted Ferdinand back at West Ham. You can tell his last seasons he was
just like Joe Cole last season.
Yeah.
It was more like a homecoming, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it didn't work out for him.
No, and you know when you're going to pay a player that type of wages.
I mean, you can't even say Glenn Johnson to be an homecoming. He was only there for he only played about 6 games, didn't he?
Half a season.
You know what I mean? Weren't even half a season.
I think he played about 10 games. I think.
He coming in January and then he was gone by.
And as soon as we went down, he went straight to Chelsea.
But as much as that, you say that it saved the club, didn't it? 6 million for a player that hadn't even played half a season. 6 million in the pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex Song didn't start today. Do you think he's going to go? He's going to go, isn't he?
I don't know, based on form since January, I don't see how we can consider buying him. It's not like he's playing for a contract. He's not playing like he's playing for a contract, is he? So
I mean, I see rumours of him being linked with Inter Milan this morning.
Do you think maybe that someone got in his ear roll at Christmas?
Santa. No, I don't know really. It's not just it. It's all the players have been poor, you know. Really, not all. Some people have stood out more than others.
But you're thinking about a guy of his class, you know. Should he, should he have been dragging us through, you know, because he's got, you know, he's Barcelona quality. They wanted
but he don't start for Barcelona.
No. But
he couldn't start for Arsenal either.
I think sign if you're a month.
Hello, no, just leave it.
I think you summed it up before when we were talking about Son before when he's dipping form. The fact that he was at Arsenal, went to Barcelona, played winter break, and he weren't playing often. Sat on the bench most of the time. Fitness levels, quicker style of play. You know, the Premiership's far better league than the Spanish.
We've said it before. He's either world class or really poor. There's no in between with him. You know what I mean? Like with Quixote, I've seen him have poor games but still look good. If you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Quixote's class.
Is it with Song that the fact of the style of play that he plays,
Not suited
and he's
to us.
not suited, and also our midfield when he started it in a dipping form, Quixote was injured or playing at the back, and we didn't really have. We had him, Noble, and Nolan with no pace. Do you know what I mean? There's no, and it might have made him look a lot worse than he was.
I mean, he's always trying to pick out the killer pass, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is it people ain't reading the passes that he's going for, or maybe a little bit?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Don't forget, I mean, it might come down to as well. Sacco's been injured a lot since Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So him not being in the team, him and Song played really well together, didn't they?
Yeah.
So,
all right, let's move on. Talking about Song going, there's got to be an exodus this summer. There's a few players to go this summer. Who would you say needs to go? Who's going to go? Who needs to go?
I think you're looking at players like Demel, O'Brien,
Jarvis,
Jaskalainen. I think we should be looking for a younger backup now.
I mean, I was in there 42. He's got
I wouldn't be surprised if he retired.
Yeah, I think he will.
As much as I don't like to say it, Colton Cole as well. You know, I just think we need to start building a younger and.
Do we need to, what we need to do? I think Jarvis is a different case, right? Because Demel's aging. O'Brien, he's only young, isn't he? He's only about 27, isn't he?
I don't think he's good enough.
You don't think he's good enough?
No, I think we can go and get a better player.
Apart from Jarvis, I think Jarvis has got some quality, but we need to be replacing them O'Briens and Demels and Colton Coles with younger.
Better players.
Yeah, better players. Yeah, better standard. We need to be sort of like getting them to compete with the squad. You know.
The thing with when you look at us, right? You go out, you come out of that first starting 11. right, you go back to when we were winning games, and you got your Valencia Sacco playing, and then look at what we had on the bench. We had 4 or 5 decent players to come into a position who got someone injured. When we started picking up 2 or 3 injuries, we then went back to having players like Joey O'Brien stepping in, and the situation with the centre halves that we got Kyoto playing at the back.
Is it not a time now, right this second, at this moment in time? I know we've got young Burke in there, but isn't it time to be bringing back the likes of Elliot Lee, Diego Poyet, giving him some game time?
As much as I want to see us win week in, week out, I think Burke being put in is a bonus for the club overall.
But I think it's a false change.
That's it. It was a necessity. But I don't now see. We ain't going to go down. We ain't going to go up. Right? We are where we are. So give Oxford a run out. Lee's finished playing for Luton. Bring him back. Start him. Give him a game. But don't stick him up front on his own. He ain't that type of striker. Look at a couple of the other youngsters that are the fringe type. What's happened to Chambers? Who's playing last season in the Carling Cup? What's happened to him? Where's he gone? Is he injured? Poyet, guys that goes out on loan at Huddersfield, we pull him back, plays one game, we ain't seen him since. Play him. What are they going to lose by giving him a game or 2?
I think Poyet especially. I think Poyet's got some real quality about him.
I'd rather us not buy a song and play that kid.
Yeah.
Because everything he does when he's on the ball, he looks calm.
I wouldn't rather have Poyet over Song, if I'm being honest.
No, I'm saying if we're not going to sign Song, then give Poyet game time.
So where does that leave people like Zarate, Maiga?
Well, Maiga's getting goals for
the flag.
Mets. So
lots of goals.
Yeah, he's got 9.
No, leave it. He's
got 9 in his past. 9 in 25 he's got.
That's just good.
Which ain't bad, no, because he only scored 15 when we signed him in this season. Yeah. So again, he's another player who we sign him, who's played up front in a system, and then you go and play up front on your own. Go hold the ball up. It's not his game.
That sort of player.
No, and it's the same now with Valencia. Look at Valencia. What does Valencia do in the game when he's up top on his own? The ball comes back. I know he won a couple of headers, and I think we got a chance in the second half from him winning a flick on, but he ain't that player. And I think that's half of the problem is when you've got a player that can hold the ball up, you pump the ball long, the player holds the ball up. It gives the defence and midfield a break, gives them a chance to get forward, and the ball's up their end. When you look at where we've conceded late on in games, it is that the ball gets pumped forward, there's no one there to hold it up, and it comes straight back.
All right, let's move on. Thanks for yours. Your fault, Scott. Talks of shit. Hammer of the year. Let's go through. Graham, who's your hammer of the year? It's come that time. Everyone's voted. Who do you think's going to get it, and who do you want to get it?
I think probably Noble will get it because he's been.
We'll get it.
Or well, I reckon he's in with a shout anyway because he's been pretty much ever
Man,
present.
Man, you're crazy.
But I think goal scored earlier in the season, Sacco.
Sacco? What, you want to get it?
Yeah, I think he's had a good... Bar the injuries, like when he's played, he's been...
I think my hammer of the year is Aaron Creswell, that's what I voted for, but who I think is going to get it, I think Adrian.
I think Adrian's going to get it. I think it's between them two. Go on, Scotty.
I think Creswell or Kyoto.
What's wrong with Sacco?
Nothing's wrong with Sacco, but...
Just talking about Adrian quickly, just going back to the games day, one funny thing was when we got that penalty, where I was sitting, everyone was singing Adrian, and he turned around and he pretended to sprint up there, like, so that's what I mean. That's why I think he could be in with Shags. He's a character as well, and he's the last 5 or 6 games, the saves he's been pulling off.
Yeah,
but all season, I know he's had a couple of silly errors like at Spurs and things like that. But
does that? Do you think he's learned from them? Because before, I'll tell you what, right before that Southampton game, he was a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah,
he was doing things like dribbling it out of his box and go, whoa, I'm drunk and all this like me last week. But yeah, do you think he's learned from that? He thought, right, fuck this. This, this is important. You get our head down.
I think he's improved.
Yeah, I think he's improved. Don't forget, he's a free transfer as well. He didn't cost us nothing.
3 penalty saves on a spin, and that,
When you go back to when he made his debut last season. And all Allardyce done was had a pop at him the whole game. and he didn't do anything wrong, but he just kept having a pop, and then didn't play him. And then when
because
he did
usually
get
he was
him-
one of Sam's
yeah.
Bolton,
babies, wasn't he?
Bolton
But it
boys.
doesn't matter if you give you're not giving the guy a chance. And
But he's took his chance and now he's
that's
the
it.
fans' favourite.
Exactly.
He could get it, yeah. I
He
think
could get it.
Cresswell will get it. See,
I think
my
Cresswell
hammer of the
deserves
year-
it.
Well,
I think
Jenkinson's had a good season.
Coyote is my hammer of the year. Yeah, Jenkinson has had a good season, but Coyote is my hammer of the year. It's just, he's immense every time.
I'll tell you why Creswell's my hammer of the year. If he plays in the Everton game, he's played every
single minute of every game.
league game.
Yeah.
He's for a championship player, a young championship player, to come to a Premier League club like West Ham and week in, week out. All right, he's had a few mistakes, but who don't?
Yeah, no, you are right.
And he's,
Yeah.
and I think, I mean, I hope we keep him, but he was already he's linked with Chelsea and City. But if they even offered us 20 million, I'd say no, because you could spend that 20 million the next 5 years trying to replace him.
Yeah.
Look at Tottenham with
The
Bale.
future of the
Yeah.
club.
You've got him. If you got him there for, like I was saying, you could build a back four.
Yeah.
Jenkinson, Burke, I'm not sure.
Reid.
Yeah, you got Reid to come back. You got Tompkins as well. Creswell. No, I
He's
think
getting on a bit. But
I think Gingy's age is going to let him down
How
at the end
old
of
is
the day. He's
31, 32, isn't
he's in his 30s, but I think there's Burke looks good. Oxford, if they're as good as they say he is, coming through.
yeah.
And don't forget, what's his face? The Canadian geezer.
Yeah.
He was on loan at
Yeah.
Blackburn. You know,
You got
they
that-
loved him.
Oh, going back to the right and left back when we were talking about Johnson earlier, we've got Nat Hendry coming in. Stephen
Yeah,
Hendry.
and Hendry as well.
Forgot all about him.
Yeah. He's only young as well, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's a left
he's
back,
meant to
isn't
be
he?
mustard.
So, for me, Criswell going would be a big mistake for him because he's
For
going
him?
to go. He's going to go and sit on the
Personally,
bench.
yeah.
If he goes Chelsea or Man City, he's sitting on the bench.
I don't think we'll get rid of him.
Right.
I don't think we'll get rid of him.
Let's move on. This week, you might have seen the parts on our YouTube channel. We caught up with former West Ham Hammer of the Year, Matthew Etherington. If you haven't seen them, go and check out the videos because we really got into some really tasty, good stuff with him. We sat here for a good hour. He was good enough to bring in all his FA Cup medals, his FA Cup shirt that was hanging up there. And he just came in and he just sat down with us and we shot the shit for an hour and it was fantastic. So if you haven't seen them, go and check them out because they are brilliant. And we have to say a massive thank you to Matty for coming in. He came into our studio all on his own. He didn't know who he was, and absolutely one of the top blokes I've ever met in my life. And that's apart from being a Premiership footballer, but yeah, an absolute top bloke. Echo that, right?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah, I mean, like you said, he was open about everything we chucked at him. Really, he didn't hold back on his gambling, the dive.
Yep.
He was open about that. He was honest. It takes a lot for a player to admit they dived.
Yeah.
But fair play to him. He talks about going to Millwall, which actually
We made the press. Yeah, we made the press with that. Yeah.
But he just generally one of the nicest blokes you'll ever
Yeah,
meet, I
really
think,
nice.
as well.
I mean, for him to bring his medals down, it's nice to see. I know there was a runner-up medal, but
I've never seen it before.
no, and to have his shirt here as well. I don't know, I'm looking up there like it's there now, but it was nice to hold his shirt, wasn't it, and have
Yeah.
a good chat with him as well.
Yeah, a bit of history there. Best cup final ever.
Yeah.
What do you think, Scott? Did you enjoy the day?
Did you enjoy the videos?
Yeah, they were good. What?
We'll move on. Once again, thanks, Matt. There's a Ladies' Cup final this week.
Yeah, next
May
Wednesday.
6th. Is that the Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. What's the time kick-off? 7:30.
Kick-off.
It's at Harrow
Borough FC.
Borough FC. So if you can make it down, please make it down for the ladies. Cheer them on, and obviously they're managed by one of our legends. Competition winner. We got one. If you remember the competition, it was the caption competition again. I don't know whether we do that. Should we do a question or something? We'll post a video later on with a question, and we'll post it separately. But we'll do a competition winner. Scott.
Tom Burford.
Tom Burford. Well done, Tom. So the competition, a signed card, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Some
sign cards,
beers.
some beers,
A rib
scarf.
roll voucher. Yeah, loads of stuff.
There's enough there. So.
Yeah, there's loads coming to you, mate.
Can't complain.
Yeah, we'll get in contact with you via social media. We will have a new competition. We'll post that video separately because the caption one's getting a bit old now. We'll have to come up with something else.
Where's Tomo?
Yeah. Apart from that, obviously our season. There's Tomo. We've started wearing a stripy jumper. Obviously our season's winding down now. This is the second to last one of the season. The penultimate. Yeah. We only do post-match pints for home games. Well, let me finish what I'm saying. You know, you can see it makes sense. We only do. We only do post-match pint. We only do post-match pint for home games, but you know, quite a few of you have been asking us to do it weekly. It'd be something we'd discuss over the summer, but I'm sure that will be possible when it's got.
Yeah, I can't see
to
why
do
not.
A weekly thing.
Yeah.
Well, we've done a couple of things, didn't we?
Yeah.
No, like the review.
Yeah.
So.
We will be posting. There was loads coming in the summer. Our website's nearly done.
Is it?
Yeah, it's nearly
When
done.
you say that bit, when you post this later and you say it, can you do the hallelujah thing?
Yeah. Our website is nearly done. It should be up. It should be up this week.
Should be.
It should be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be.
You what? Starting next season. Our website's nearly there. We've had a few admin issues.
I've got to say something before we go on. Right, there's a little story I've got today. Earlier on today, we were standing in the middle of the street having a chat by the rib man stall, and I noticed there was a phone in the road. I ran over and got the phone out of the road. Sure enough, I kept it on me. Someone rang. Me and Scotty were standing there. A young lady come over, had lost it, and was quite thankful. They say one good turn does another, and I tell you what, there was I must say an angel of a woman in the sports club. I went in the sports club. I've lost my wallet and everything that was inside it. Graham wasn't. No, not like me. No, Graham wasn't here today. He was watching this from home, and I was sitting in the supporters club during the game. About 10 minutes in on my own, looking a bit lonely and sad and lost for myself. And a guy comes in. Ryan did offer me a ticket, but I turned it down because I didn't want my legs to be crammed up. And a guy came in and offered a ticket for £20. Now I didn't have any money on me. There was a lady there that offered to take the ticket off of him, but the guy still wanted money for it, and she offered me the ticket. I gladly accepted it, and the guy still wanted money for it. The lady, I didn't know who it was. She did tell me her name, but I forgot. But I did give her one of our cards. She paid the man the money for me to go to the football today. So that whoever you are, if you're watching, I did give you a card, so I hope you are. I will be getting you some stuff out to you. I'll get in contact by social media. We've got some signed stuff. We've got some signed everything stuff. I'll send one of them, the photos. You know, we've got some beer from my sponsor. I'll send you some of that, and I will send you the £10 back. But honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much, because that was a real act of kindness when, in times when, it's not been going too well between West Ham fans.
Even when what you done as well, how many people would find the phone and wait for the person to ring, and someone would have just put that in their pocket and gone home, you know what I mean? So, well done, Nick. Only because you couldn't unlock the pin.
No, but thank you. We've got to say a couple of thank yous before we go. Let's say a big thank you to our sponsors. First of all Season Lettings. They provide everything for us. They've bought all 90% of our equipment, and they really, this show was an idea when we pitched it to them, and he put up his money without any questions. He really did believe in us. So thank you very much, All Seasons Lettings. Echo that way.
Yeah,
he's a friend of yours,
Mate. He believed in us when others wouldn't.
Yeah.
So
we and again, the company that supply our beer, East London Brewery. Again, we went to them with an email. And they said they'd provide our beer for free, and I think we've clocked life now, haven't we? We've completed life. You get free beer.
That's my dad's Christmas present.
But thank you to Stu and Claire from East London Brewing and Hannah who sorts us out with all our beers. You see a link on our website, but if you do want to drink what we're drinking, it's the East London Brewing Company. You can see some signs up here. Absolutely fantastic beer. beers, stouts, and everything
Owls.
else. Yeah, owls. And again, another thank you to someone else who let us use their clubhouse every week. It's a local football team. You may have heard of them, Noom United FC, out of Canning Town,
where we all met.
Yeah, where we all met.
Not
Yeah,
me and you.
No, we knew each other, but that's how we all know each other. Very tight knit club. We was quite fortunate to play for them, 10 years ago, and they do let us use their facilities every week for free. So yeah, thank you very much to Noom United as well, and a shout out to someone on Twitter that's been quite helpful as well. Right?
Yeah, West Ham Journo. I mean, they've helped us a lot, innit?
Yeah,
I mean,
they
want to help us with the website and everything. Once that's up and running, I mean, so if you want to give her a follow at Kaz7289, I mean, you can echo what I'm saying as well.
Yep.
For all your up-to-date news on West Ham, breaking news.
And a big thank you to it as well. I know we're going on like this is the last show. we might forget next week, but because we're going to be quite pissed. But again, thank you to every single person that likes us on Facebook, follows us on Twitter, everybody that we've spoken to, gotten involved with. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We absolutely love every single one of you, and really we have grown a lot more than we thought we would have, and we're looking forward to going next season. We will be, obviously we've got one more game, but we've got a lot of love for the people that everything positive that's come out of it. I don't think there's ever been any negative comments apart from someone about Thomas Eyebrows one.
Well, it's just part of the culture.
But yeah,
I hope you don't win an Oscar. Speech.
Got work on.
Yeah. But I have to say thank you to every single person that watches. You're making this quite enjoyable.
Yeah. Without him, it don't happen.
We're having a laugh.
Yeah.
We're having a laugh.
And we should have a lot more for you to come in the summer. Anyway, thanks for watching. You can follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/West Ham Fan TV, facebook.com/West Ham Fan TV, www.westhamfan.tv, and we'll see you next 2 weeks.
2 weeks time.
2 weeks time.
7.
Should mention obviously about sad news today about Rio.
Yeah, we should do.
Rio and
we
his
should.
Wife. Yeah, it was shocking, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's just come out of the blue. I was like sitting indoors today and I just see it come up on BBC News and I was thinking like, because you haven't heard nothing about it.
No.
And I mean, obviously they've done a nice thing at the ground today where everyone clapped, and so to all the Ferdinand family, like, we're all thinking of you at this sad time, and
everyone in East London.
Rio once a hammer, always an hammer. You know what I mean? So
I'm very sorry to hear.
Yeah.
Anyway. And on that somber note,
come on,
you
guys.